Assalamualaikum. Today I'm going to explain about the topic 2, which is a computer software. If you still remember what we have done last week, which is a topic 1, introduction to computer, and one of content in the topic is about the information system. And if you still remember, what is information system, which is they are hardware, software, data, people, and procedure. They are working together to get a good quality of information. So for now, I'm going to discuss detail about part of the information system, one of the part, which is about the software. So this topic, I focus about two um, kind or type of the software, which is the system software and also the application software. And then we learn about how you share the data between the application. Okay, so before that, what is a software? If you still remember that a software is a program which is a series of instructions that tells the computer what to do and how to do it. And how we interact with the software, we use the user interface. And nowadays, most of the software, they have the graphic user interface. Okay, so what is the graphic user interface? Okay, if you look here in the screen now, which is this is example of the Windows Vista, one of the previous version of Windows, okay, which is contain the button, icon, start button, taskbar, link, okay, and also they have the digital clock. This is a clock, okay, and sticky notes, okay, and also the icon menu. So this is what we call the graphic user interface, which is contain the text, graphic, visual image, and also the menu. Alright. Okay, another type of the user interface is what we call the command line interface. So what is a command line interface? Which is a user use this kind of the interface, especially to troubleshoot the network connections, to configure the device, and to manage system resource. And this user is actually more on technical person, which is they interact with the system using the command text, okay, command language. Okay, there are certain or there are kind of the command that we interact with the system, and the system will reply using the command also. Okay, so that is the command line interface. And mostly the background for the user interface not colorful as same as a GUI, but for the command line interface, mostly they have the black color, blue color, or white color. Okay, and only text. Okay, only command. Alright, so that is the difference. Okay, so we have done about the user interface. Now I go to the first type of software, which is system software. Okay, for software we have two types. One is a system software and application software. I will explain about the first type of the software, which is a system software. Okay, for system software we have two types, which is operating system and utility programs. Okay, a system software consists of the programs that control and maintain the operations of the computer. Okay, and which is they serve the interface between the user, the application software, and the computer software. So I would like to explain two types of the system software: operating system, which is also we call as OS, and another one is utility program. Okay, so what is operating system or OS? Okay, OS is actually which is a main program. It's a main program in your device, in your system, which is to control the hardware, the computer hardware, to manage the computer hardware. Okay, the example of OS is Windows 11, Windows 7, Windows 10. Okay, that is example of OS. The other example is Android. iOS, Linux. Okay, so that is also the example. Alright, okay, I will explain the function of operating system, which is of course the main function of system, which is the operating system is control all the applications and all the hardware and the software. Okay, so if you look here, which is in the center here, which is a operating system, which is they control all these device or the hardware and also the application. So these are the list of applications or the list of the operating system function. Okay, which is the most important part is operating system start the computer. Okay, and provide the user interface, manage the programs, manage the memory, scheduling the job, configure the device, establish internet connection, monitoring the performance, and also the provide the file management. But as long as you remember about only 5 functions is enough. Okay, which is the most important part, which is the operating system can do. It can start the computer, provide the user interface, manage program and memory, okay, and also scheduling the job. Okay, so that is a part of the OS, okay, which is operating system. Okay, now I go to the next type of system software, which is utility program. Okay, so what is a utility program? Okay, utility program is a type of the system software, okay, which is allow user to perform the maintenance type task. Okay, so that is the utility program, or the other definition, which is you can understand, which is a utility program is a system application that executes a specific task, okay, which is to optimize the maintenance or operation of the system. So that is the function of utility program. And for this example, I would like to explain. There are 2 examples of utility program, which is a disk cleanup and also disk defragmenter. Actually, there are so many type of the utility program, which is you can download from internet, okay, especially for your smartphone, and also that is provided by the Windows, which is disk cleanup, defragmenter. Okay, so I would like to explain the first one, which is disk cleanup. So what is disk cleanup? Okay, a disk cleanup is a Windows utility that clean the unnecessary file from your hard drive. So there are three types, which is where we can find the unnecessary file. First, you can find in your recycle bin. So every time you delete your file will go to the recycle bin. So all the file in the recycle bin we call as a unnecessary file. Okay, unneeded file. Okay, and then another one file is where in the temporary file, which is a Windows file, and also another unnecessary file, which is temporary internet file, which is from the web page. Okay, so you have to clean this kind of the file, include in your recycle bin, because if you're not using this kind of the program or application, okay, which is it will affect the efficient of your operating performance. Okay, alright, so let's say you have done use the disk cleanup. Okay, so it's a very good, okay, because it is more on efficient of your operating performance. Okay, next you have to use the defragmenter. After you clean up, you have to defrag your file. So defragmenter is a utility that reorganizes the file and unused space on a computer hard disk, okay, to make sure that your computer performance, your system access data more quickly and program run faster. So that is the function. Okay, so if you look here, the first situation here, which is, okay, in the picture here, before and after. Okay, before and after you use the defragmenter, which is you can see that the free space, okay, the free space of your hard disk, okay, is more, okay, than before. Okay, that is what we want. Okay, so you have to use this kind of the software. Okay, this is an example. Okay, alright, so do you understand? Okay, so so that is the function of Defragmenter. After you use Defragmenter, you can see that your file will be more organized, okay, and there are more free space. Okay, so I give these two concepts. Okay, these two concepts, which is there is first bookshelf 1 and bookshelf 2. So the first situation, bookshelf 1, we see that there are a lot of books, unnecessary books, scattered items, scattered books, okay, and also there are no free space. Okay, okay, compared to the bookshelf 2, there are free space. Okay, there are free space, and you have to you can use it, you can insert more books, okay, for the bookshelf too. Okay, so now we go to the next one. Okay, this is how it looks for the bookshelf one. If you have a lot of books, okay, scattered books, unnecessary items, so what you have to do is you have to clean up. You have to clean up and you have to sort it. So same as the use of the this clean up and also the defragmenter. Okay, after you clean after you clean all the file from the using the disk clean up, okay, and after that you use the defragmenter. It's more on organize the files so that there are more free space. That is what we want. Okay, so when you use this kind of the software, okay, the programs, which is more efficient, your programs, your performance of your computer more efficient and run faster. Okay, so this is the situation, the example of what we want. Okay, without any unnecessary item and all books in their correct section. So easy for us to find the books, the title, okay, and also easy and the time management, okay, easy for us to insert new books. Okay, so that is the concept. Okay, why we need defragmenter and also the disking up. Okay, alright. Next is the type or the category of application software. Okay, application software is second type of the software. We have done explain about the system software, okay, which is operating system and utility program, and now the second type of the software is application software. So what is application software? Application software consists of program which is designed to make users more productive, okay, and for us to do our task. For example, as a student, you use a lot of the applications for assignments, presentations, okay, okay, for business, okay. So if you look here, these are the example, the category of application software, which is productivity, media, home entertainment, business, and web-based. Alright, for ICT, we focus about two category, which is under productivity and also for media. Okay, for productivity, which is you will use word processing for spreadsheet, for presentation, and for database, and also which is you can use it use the media application, which is to edit video, edit sound, okay, media management, alright, audio editing. This is the software that you will use for your project PowerPoint. Okay, one of your project PowerPoint element, which is you have to insert video, audio, okay, image. Okay, so I will focus next one, which is the type of the application software, which is software suite and also the integrated page. Okay, for software suite is actually a group of a software, which is they have a bundle of software or application, a bundle of full application or a bundle of a software. Okay, so each of the software they are bundled together is actually full version. They have complete tools. They are complete version. Okay, so for example of the software suite is actually Microsoft Office. For example, if you install Microsoft Office in your laptop, you will have Word, Excel, Access. You akan dapat, okay, you will get Word, Excel, Access, PowerPoint, Publisher. Okay, so that is a software that will include in the Office. Okay, Office is one of the example, which is a package or a group which is contain Word, Excel, Access, PowerPoint, and each of the software inside is actually full version, complete version, which is they can use for animation. For example, PowerPoint they can use for create animation, create sound effect, okay, transition slide, all the tools they are full, okay, alright, and used by large company, business company, and professional use, okay, and we also use this kind of the software, okay. And what is the characteristic of the software suite? Okay, of course it can be update individual because it is a group, okay, because it is still different software. They are separately, okay, in one group. They have Word, Excel, Access, and PowerPoint, for example, and we can update individually. For example, if you want to update Word only, also can. If you want to update Excel only, also can. Even though you have installed the Office, even though they are in Microsoft Office, okay. And of course, it's quite expensive because they are full version and they are quite large space to install. So this kind of the software only suitable for your laptop and for your computer. It's not suitable for your smartphone because it require large space. Okay. Okay, compared to the integrated package, is more on is a single program, is one program only, which is contain the attachment of application, okay, and always used by all users, okay, personal user and also the small business. Okay, the characteristic is different with the software suite, which is integrated package cannot be updated individually, which means you have to update the program, the software, the integrated package. Okay, you cannot update individually in the package, okay, because it's a single program. Okay, so one of the example of integrated package is Microsoft Works, WORKS, bukan words, not words, works. Okay, so Microsoft Works, if you want to update, you have to update the Microsoft Works. You cannot update inside it. Okay, and it quite low. The cost is cheaper compared to the Office. Okay, and because of it is a light version. Okay, light version meaning that they only have basic version, basic tools, which is required and suitable to install in your smartphone. Okay, alright. Okay, so this is example of integrated package. Okay, so you can see here, this is example. One of the example is Microsoft Works, which contain the calendars, okay, and also the application of word processor, spreadsheet, database, money, and also presentation. Okay, so there are a lot of attachment, which is a lot of the tools here, but you cannot update individually because this is a single program. Okay, if you want to update the version, you have to update Microsoft Works. Compared to the Microsoft Office, yes, you can update it individually because they have the full version each of the software, even though they are in one package, in one group. Okay, alright. Okay, so this is example of a software suite which is a Microsoft Office. They contain full version, okay, and they have many features, toolbar, and also menu. Okay, because this kind of the software is actually the same developer, which is Microsoft. So Microsoft provide one group, one package, which is a Microsoft Office. So the user will get all the software, Word, Excel, Access, PowerPoint. Okay. Also, you can download or you can install only one or two. Only you can install separately, meaning that you also can install Word only or Excel only. If you don't want to install the Office, you can install separately. Okay, maybe because of the reason you are not using all the kind of the software, you only use Word, so you can download for Words only. Okay, if you download Office, but if you download Office, you will get all the software, Word, Excel, Access, PowerPoint, Publisher. Okay, which is in one package. Okay. Alright, so this is example of the features, which is Word software for the Office, Word, PowerPoint. Right. So web-based application. Okay, next is what is a web-based application? So web-based application is a program that hosts on a web, which is you must use internet, okay, to use the application. Okay, so one of the reason why, because when we use the application, we saving the space of our hard disk. You no need to install in your laptop. Okay, you just use the application online. Okay, so that is the advantage. Alright. Okay, so that is one of the advantage, and which is for example, you use for online class. Okay, you used to edit photo, video online, right? Okay, but the disadvantage is, of course, you need strong connection, especially when you are using video streaming. So what we learn, what we use for our class, for online class, which is we use Microsoft Teams, which need video, okay, streaming. Okay, so if your internet connection is not strong, okay, sometimes your voice will be stop, okay, atau tak dengar, can't hear your voice, or suddenly you are keluar, okay. So that is example. So this is the one of the disadvantage. You must have the strong internet connection. Okay. So nowadays, during the pandemic, so we have to use this kind of the example of the software, which is internet, using internet. One of the example is Microsoft Teams. Okay, either you can use it through the website, okay, web-based application, or you can download the Teams. Okay, even you download from the Teams, but still you have to use the internet connection. Okay, even you use the Teams application in your laptop, but you still have to use the internet connection. Okay, so this is example of the web-based application, which is you view or you use the Teams online using the web. Okay, same goes with the other example. For example, like Zoom, Google Meet. Okay, Google Meet also one of the example of web-based application, which is you have to go to the website and you have to type the code, then you can use the class online using the code, okay, which is provided by Google Meet. Okay, alright, so that is example of web-based application. Okay, so I go to the next one, which is under productivity software, which is under application software. So what is a basic application? We call it as a general purpose or productivity application. Okay, so there are 4 category, which is word processing, spreadsheet, presentation, and database. So for our class, we are going to use these 4 software, kind of the software. Okay, so what is the software? For the first one, which is word processor. Okay, word processing, one of the most popular example, which is Microsoft Word, is a part of from Office. Okay, alright. So what is the function of word processing? Is allow user to create and manipulate the documents. Okay, we mostly use for our for assignments, doing the tasks. Okay, doing the report. Okay, for your information, when we start topic Microsoft Word, you have to start with your report for your comic strip. Okay, so starting now, you already have your group members, which is 5 or 4 people per group, and then you have to find a comic strip. Okay, because you are going to create one report using Microsoft Word. If you are not understand and not remember about the comic strip, you can read the file, which is I already upload in Goals. Okay, and you also can view again my video, the first class video, which is I already brief about the assignment evaluation. So you can refer to the notes or the briefing about the comic strip project. Okay, so the first step you have to do is report, but make sure you already have the comic strip that you already find from internet, from books or magazine. Okay, so only one story. You can refer back. You can refer and read about the explanation for the project. Okay, for the group project. Alright, so you have to create a report using Microsoft Word, and also you have to create one poster using Microsoft Word. It's one of the assignment from 3 assignment, and the first assignment is Microsoft Word, which is you have to create a poster. Okay, so the next one is a spreadsheet software, which is enable you to do calculations and numerical analysis easily. One of the example is Excel. What we can do it with Excel? For ICT skill, you will learn how to use the formula and functions. We will learn about the basic of formula and functions. Okay, and also you will learn how to sort and filter and create a charts using Microsoft Excel. Okay, even though we learn basic function, formula and function, but still you have to explore more the other formula that provide by Excel. Okay, so the most important thing that student have to learn is the basic. Okay, and if you already know the basic, then you can gain more advanced. Okay, you can get more advanced, which is you have to explore more about the topic. Okay, for example, for formula and functions. Okay, there are a lot of functions that you can use for Excel. So from Excel, you can do for your budget, expenses, okay, which is contain the calculations. Okay, you can do for calculations, automatic. Okay, you just insert the formula, and then the Excel will help you to calculate. Okay, alright. Okay, and also from Excel you can create a charts. Okay, next is the database. So what is database? A database is a collection of data which is organized in one group, which is to retrieve, easy for us to retrieve, to access, and also for using the data. Okay, which means, let's say I have a group of a student, and my group of students have 40 students. There are 40 students. So 40 students here, I have to keep the record of my students, 40 students, record which is the matric number, phone number, name of the students, address. So I have to keep all the information in my database. Okay, so that is the meaning of database. The why we need database is easy for us to find the record. Okay, so you have to make sure that you insert the record in database. Okay, from the database also we can do for the to create a form, report, and also create queries. Okay, for database, the example of the database is Microsoft Access, which is you must use in your laptop. And for your information also, for ICT skill we use Excel, Access, and PowerPoint. Okay, using your laptop. Okay, because especially for Access, Microsoft Access is one of the question that will you have to answer for your lab test. Okay, using your laptop. Okay, so make sure that you install Access in your laptop. Okay, if you already have the version, okay, you no need to install. Okay, as long as it's Access. Okay, okay, so you can get the new you can get the version of Office download using the ID Rauda USIM. So you can download the full version of Office and you get all the software, Word, Excel, Access, PowerPoint. But if you already have the Office, the software, no need to download or install. Okay, alright. Okay, you are very lucky because you get a free software, which is if outside you have to buy about thousand of ringgit for this kind of the software, because this software is original. Okay, bukan pirate Okay, alright. So in database, there are four object, which is form, which is table, query, form, and report. So all the information, the record, you have to insert in the table first. So after you insert all the record in the table, okay, you can retrieve the certain of the record using form. Okay, this is example of the object in database, which is, let's say I retrieve about staff named Lisa. So when I click, I type Lisa, the form will display this information about Lisa with the photo. Okay, because Lisa record is already in the table. So this is what we call form, which is contain the pictures and all the information. So where the record is, record which is from the table. This is a table, okay, which is contain let's say 100 of records. Okay, when I retrieve Lisa, which is from 1151, this is the record of staff. Okay, this is what we call the first, this is what we call the table, which is one of the object in a database. Okay, and this one is the form. Okay, the next object, which is a query and report. Okay, the query here, which is we can request certain of the question. For example, you type Negeri Sembilan, so dia akan keluarkan, they will list student or staff from Negeri Sembilan. So that is a query. Okay, this is an example of query. Okay, alright. Okay, and then this one is what we call the below here is a report, a list of records. Okay, so we will detail about database when we learn topic database and Microsoft Access. Then you will understand what is database. Alright. Okay, which is using Microsoft Access. Okay, alright. Now the presentation graphic is a application software that allow user to create visual aids for the presentation. Okay, for example, for your group project, which is you have to create one comic project animation, okay, which is from a story that you already find, okay, a comic strip from the report. Okay, so when you start topic PowerPoint, then you will start create a project PowerPoint animation, project comic strip, okay, which is from your report. Okay, and the content from your report you have to include in your PowerPoint slide, which is include the video, group video, and also the animation. You have to crop the pictures, you have to insert sound effect, animation when we start topic PowerPoint. Okay, do you understand? So I think most of you know how to use the presentation, especially for example PowerPoint. Okay, so this is example, and also for your group project. Okay, one of the software that you have to use is PowerPoint. Okay, for your project there are two software that you have to use. One is Word for your report, and another one is PowerPoint for your comic project animation. Okay, so last one is the how you share data between the application. For example, let's say you create you create a charts. Okay, you have the data of the students, then you create a chart based from the data. Okay, using Excel. So you have to present using PowerPoint using the charts. What you have to do after you create a chart from Excel, you have to copy and paste in your slide. Okay, so you get the you will do the presentation using the chart. Okay, so that is example of sharing data between the application. For example, from Excel to PowerPoint, okay, or Excel to Word. So let's say if you change or you update the data, so it will affect the charts also in PowerPoint slide. Okay, so that is example. So we have two way of the sharing data, how you share data, which is copy and paste, and also the embed, tampal Okay, I give a situation here. Let's say you watch a YouTube, you feel that you want to share the video. Okay, one of the method or one of the way how you can share data from the video, okay, which is you use the video, okay, copy and paste the link. From the link you copy and paste in your platform. For example, for your website, you paste the link, or in your group WhatsApp ataupun or Telegram. That is example. Okay, so the user or the visitor or people just click and they will bring to the address YouTube, for example. Okay, that is a copy paste link. Okay, for example, another one is, the other way is you embed the code. Embed means that you tampal, okay, you embed the video in your platform. For example, you embed a code provided by the video, the YouTube, then embed in your web, let's say. Okay, so let's say the visitor visit your website, it just click the video. Okay, so you can see the video in the platform. Okay, so the user can watch the video from the platform. Okay, no need to go to the YouTube. Okay, so there are a lot of example which is you can embed the code from for example, you want to embed the code of calendar. Okay, so user or visitor can see the calendar in your platform website contoh. Okay, so that is embed the object. Okay, of course, we embed it from the original website that provide by the website. Okay, for example, if you want to embed the calendar, so you can embed the calendar, okay, and paste in your web. Okay, so the user can watch or see and view the object. Okay, so that is the example of the data sharing. Alright, so that's all for the topic 2. I hope that you understand. Okay, we have done the topic 2 and hopefully you understand. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, bye. Excel and Access. Okay, so actually there are so many example of the software that include in Office, but I focus only these 4 software because we are going to use this 4 software for our class. Okay,